Okay guys, so this is where I put the Corvette manifold on, and down here is where I used a muggy weld to weld that V-band clamp. So that's a 2.5 inch V-band clamp that I welded on right there, and that goes right onto a mandrel bin. Picked it up from the parts store. That mandrel bin was like $6, and that's basically what I did on this side. I've got that steering shaft that I made back at Kev's Automotive with Kevin, and so we'll put that right back on there, and that's it. Those are Corvette exhaust manifolds. And then this is looking from the underside, so you can see where I took a little slice out there. I'm going to weld that up in a little bit, but basically I did that just to angle that around the transmission pan so that I can change the transmission fluid fairly easy and get the angle that I wanted on that. There's the V-band clamp. I took a little 3-inch piece, welded that on. Didn't even have to bend it, cut it, it just fit amazingly. So I spent my time getting that V-band clamp lined up right, and that was really key to making that work. So hope you enjoyed this video. It was really easy, very simple how to do it. Took a lot of time fabricating that, but that's how you get it done. Okay, so here's where I left off with the other side. After I had the driver's side V-band welded on, I had the little extension. This is my 90-degree bend that comes to the other 90 that goes up. So I wanted to get it around the transmission there, and you can kind of tell. Well, I haven't got the V-band clamp on. It's going to go right there in the middle, right before the tag. And then I've got another one that I'm going to put on the top, right on the passenger side on the top of that 90. So I'll weld the center. I actually end up welding the center, I'm sorry. I weld the center right by the tag, and I put 2 V-bands right above at the start of and the end of those 2 90s, just so I can have access to get that on and off, and then it'll just drop out the bottom of those 2 V-bands. And of course everything's getting really tight, and this is where your fabrication skills have to be really good. You have to have everything kind of lined up and in place, kind of snug down a tad. So I'm going back and forth, just hopping up and down from the top to the bottom, getting everything lined up, getting it squared away, just so you can kind of see. And here I come back again because it pushed it up at the top, which didn't connect to the one that was connected to the flange. So anyway, this is just hours of this stuff, getting everything to line up, making sure that 1 inch doesn't move, a 1/2 inch doesn't move the other end's completely out 2 inches, and then it doesn't line up, and going back and forth, vice versa. But literally I'm just right there at the passenger side, just that exhaust manifold lining all this stuff up. So there you go. As you can see, I've got to weld those cuts that I have there as well. I'll weld those up. I'll weld those V-bands on, weld that center section in, and line that up. And that will just about conclude the hot side for the driver's side.